Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we'll be reviewing the beast of the Mesozoic, Utahraptor. This is my most anticipated figure of the year. Utahraptor is one of my favorite prehistoric animals, and it's about time that it made an appearance in Beast of the Mesozoic. Now, if you look at the packaging, it doesn't say Dromaeosaur series underneath Beast of the Mesozoic. Well, that's because David Silva confirmed that from now on, they'll be releasing random species individually instead of making a series dedicated to a specific group of dinosaurs. And I think that's actually the better option because it allows for a variety of species in Beast of the Mesozoic. So let's take a quick look at the packaging as always. I just absolutely love the design of window packagings. In the middle, you got Beast of the Mesozoic. Right here, Utahraptor austramazi. And on the right, a lovely artwork. And on the back, there are some facts and stats about the dinosaur, a render of the figure, and the other models from this wave. So we've got the Articulation and a re-release of the Chasmosaurus, Guanlong, Tarbosaurus, and Zuniceratops. I've heard a lot of great things about this Utahraptor, and I cannot wait to open it. So let's waste no time and see what it has to offer. Here's the Utahraptor out of the box. So was this worth the very long wait? The answer to that is without a doubt, yes. This thing definitely lived up to its hype. I absolutely love it. Everything from its paint job to its sculpt and articulation. And I will definitely be getting the Articulation, which looks just as good. A few accessories are included. The first one is the collector's card, which features the same artwork and facts that you saw in the packaging. Next we have the foot pieces, which are in a walking position, and they have the articulated toe claw. And then we have two stands. This one is not that effective because every time you put it underneath the torso of the dinosaur, the front heaviness just causes the stand to slide out. So if you want to display this, the second stand is the better option. Now let's do some quick measurements. From head to tail, this animal is about 15 inches long and a little over 4 inches tall at the hips. Utahraptor is currently the largest known dromaeosaur, estimated to be around 18 to 23 feet in length, so this would be in the 114 to the 118 scale range. Starting off with the detailing, per usual with Beast of the Mesozoic figures, it is extremely well detailed, everything from the head sculpt down to the tail. So let's take a quick look at that head sculpt. Now, it's more stocky than your usual dromaeosaur. Well, that's because Utahraptor was one of the most heavily built dromaeosaurs alongside Articulation. Now, let's open up the jaw. The teeth are individually sculpted, and then it has lips. Moving down the figure, all the feathers are just well sculpted. There are some larger ones around the head and the torso area, and then we have the wing feathers, which look so amazing. And I just love the way these hand claws looked. They look absolutely menacing, and I love how they have a glossy finish on them. Then moving down, there's some more crispy, smaller feather detailing on the leg, and some on the underbelly as well. And then we have the feet. Like the hand claws, the toe claws are also painted a glossy black. And then we have some scales on the feet, which makes it look very bird-like. Then moving down the tail. The tail fan is where some of the best detailing is, especially on the bottom. The color scheme mainly consists of brown for the feathers, some beige on the head and the tail. There's also beige highlights on the back, and tannish yellow for the scales. What I really like about the BOTM dinosaurs is that their paint jobs are based off of modern day animals. For this Utahraptor, its colors are based off the harpy eagle. And I think this is fitting because both harpy eagles and Utahraptors are apex predator dinosaurs. Even though the coloration looks natural, it's still very appealing. The dark brown contrasts as well with the relatively light scales and the beige. This figure sports 23 points of articulation. So we've got the lower jaw. In order to make the lower jaw fully open, you have to put the head back like this, so the gap will appear right here. And then we've got two joints in the neck, the shoulders, and which can spread out like this as they're on a ball joint. Then we have the elbows and the wrists. The torso also has a great range of motion. It can move up and down and side to side. The thighs can articulate as well. The knees the ankles, the feet, and best of all, the toe claw. And there's 2 joints in the tail. Unfortunately, the base is a little bit loose. And the tail has a bendy wire in it. Starting off with our comparisons, here is the Safari Ltd Utahraptor. I'm so glad that recently Utahraptor has been getting some great figures. Prior to these two, the only other ones I can think of are the very lackluster attempts by Collecte and Schleich. The BOTM one is the definitive Utahraptor in my opinion, but if you can't afford it, then the Safari model is a great alternative. Let's bring in some more feathered dromaeosaurs. So we have the Safari Ltd Deinonychus and Velociraptor. Safari just recently revealed an Austroraptor, which looks absolutely magnificent. Here's the Howlungun Gastonia, which is a dinosaur that coexisted with Utahraptor in the Cedar Mountain Formation. Now let's bring in some other beasts of the Mesozoic dinosaurs. So we have the very large and amazing Sinoceratops, and then we have the smaller Cosmoceratops. For the Tyrannosaurs, we've got the Guanlong, the Susci-Tyrannus, and the Electrosaurus. I just absolutely love this Electrosaurus. It's one of my favorite figures from this company. Next we have the Eutyrannus and the Bistiversor. Up next, we have the stellar Gorgosaurus. This is my favorite release of the Tyrannosaur series. Lastly, for BOTM dinosaurs, we have the 1/18 scale Tyrannosaurus Rex. Let's bring in some Mattel Hammond Collection figures. So we've got the JP3 Alan Grant, and the recently released Pyroraptor and Velociraptor Delta. Now, if you look at the elbow joint on the Pyroraptor, it's a very small ball joint, and every time you move it, it just feels like it's going to break off, which is definitely not a good thing. But the elbow joint on this Utahraptor is much better implemented. It's a large circular joint, and it does not feel fragile at all. Last but not least, here's the Collecte Xiphactinus and Mini Xiphactinus. Well, there you have it everyone. That was my review on the Creative Beast Studios Beast of the Mesozoic Utahraptor. If you had to choose one BOTM dinosaur, you have to go with this Utahraptor. Its accuracy, its natural but appealing coloration, and detailing are all top notch. I also just love the improvements from the previous figures, such as the smooth articulation and the addition of a stand to help it balance without a base. My final rating for this is going to be an easy 10 out of 10. The Gorgosaurus was my favorite beast of the Mesozoic dinosaur, but now I'm gonna have to give that spot to this Utahraptor. It is just phenomenal. If you want this for yourself, you can get it off of the Creative Beast Studios website. I'll leave a link down below in the description. So if you guys enjoyed this review, leave a comment down below, like and subscribe. It really helps out my channel. And I will see you all in the next video.